Hi everyone, I'm Helen and welcome to our little hobby nook. I don't know how many times I've tried recording this video today, but every time I press record I just start laughing. I have no idea why. I've just got the giggles. Also, I do apologise because I've been giggling. I'm a little out of breath. So yeah, please excuse me. Again, I don't know why I'm giggling. I just seem to be really hyper at the minute. And yeah, I don't know. The second I just started talking, just giggling. And then I start giggling, and then I end up having a big fit of laughter. I don't know why. Just being me, being strange. So, before I get started, this is the completed pages for October video. But I just want to say a big thank you to one of our followers who kindly sent a book to us. And that book is Blossomia by Annie, I believe it's Rays, pronounced Rays. This book is absolutely stunning. I've only just recently discovered this artist. I now follow her on Instagram, and her work is absolutely gorgeous. And someone kindly sent this. They want to remain anonymous, which is perfectly fine. But I just wanted to say a really big thank you. It's so heartwarming even, when people say, can we send you something? And yeah, the fact that people say you deserve something nice, it's, yeah, from a stranger, it's lovely. But anyway, big thank you. Like I say, this book, it is absolutely gorgeous. These pages with the pencils and the flowers, they are absolutely gorgeous. They're my favourite ones in the book. I mean, these are all gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but the idea of these pencils, I mean, look at that bird of paradise, just stunning, absolutely stunning, and I cannot wait to colour in here. I mean, look at that, they're just beautiful, and that is also gorgeous. And yeah, I love it, absolutely love it. If you want a proper flip through of this, please let me know, and I will gladly do that. But like I say, I just wanted to say a really big thank you. I do really appreciate it, and I do actually have one of these planned for colouring, hopefully, fingers crossed, this month, November. So yeah, we shall hopefully see that in my November completed pages video. Okay, on to the pages. So I managed to do 10 pages this month. That isn't very many, but it's also not too bad for me. So I started the month with a really bad ear infection, so I spent most of the time in bed. I just lifted my head up, walking around, I was just so dizzy and just had this horrible pain. So yeah, I didn't really get much colouring done, which I was a bit disappointed because I had so many plans for this month. But it's fine. I managed to get, like I say, 10 pages done. 2 of those were in project books, and 8 were untouched books, so that is brilliant. So the less untouched books I have going into 2026, the better. I think I've got, I want to say probably 30-ish untouched books now. That does sound like a lot, and it is quite a lot. But the less I have for 2026, the better. So yeah, so let's get started. So I'm going to do my project books first. I've now got the hiccups, so please excuse me. So first up we have Water Flowers by Johanna Basford, and I did, where are we, this one, and this one was just done with the Guangna acrylic markers and some soft pastels in the background. So I had no vision of what I wanted to do with this page, like colour wise and stuff. I literally just grabbed colours and just plopped it down on the page. So what I wanted to do was just to basically play around with my markers, the acrylic markers, just to see how they perform on this paper. And this illustration was perfect for that, because there's not a lot on there to do a lot with. Just wanted to see how many layers the pens would need, whether they could be layered, blending, things like that. Like, there's not really much room for doing all of those things, but I managed to do some of the experiments that I wanted to do on this page. So like I said, the colours are very random, but I just wanted to do like the warm tones and cold tones, and that's basically what I went with. So I did struggle with the blue, like a light colour. That's basically what I tried to do, is do some light and then some bright bold colours, just to see how they worked. So the blue needed quite a few layers, understandable, because obviously it's very, very pale to begin with, so that's going to need a few layers to pop on there. The pale purple was fine. The yellow was very, very watery, but I think I probably just needed to shake it a bit more, so that took about 3 or 4 layers. But other than that, they worked really good. They're not the best at colouring line work, like the lines, which is fine, because I don't really use it for that anyway. But yeah, they were really fun to use. It was something different, and like I said, I just wanted to experiment really and play around, and this page was perfect for that, because like I say, there's not a lot there, and there's not really a lot here that I could have done with pencil anyway, for like shading and things like that. I mean, yeah, I could have probably gone in, added some little sprigs here and there and done a fancy background or something, but nah, this page was perfect for what I wanted to do, was just experimenting and playing. And like I said, just done pastel background. I was going to do paint markers, but I wasn't quite brave enough to do that in a bigger area. Maybe on something else I might do like just a background and then pencil work on the foreground and that, maybe. Who knows? So yeah, so just Guangna acrylic pens, soft pastels, and then there is some Posca pen over the top. So yeah, so that was that one in World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. Whew, slowly, my heart rate's slowly going down now. Yeah, I have no idea where I've just got the giggles from. So next up we have Boule de Pois by Diane Dufour. Again, I am really, really sorry about the glare. I have got to have the overhead lights on. As I've mentioned before, we live in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by a nature reserve, so we have a lot of forest around here, a lot of trees, so we are in a naturally shaded house, so we don't get a lot of natural light, so I do apologise. It's very dull outside, it's been peeing down with rain, so there's no sun, and yeah, like I say, you need to have the lights on. I know people don't like the lights because it's very glary, but unfortunately I need to have them on today, so like I say, I do apologise. I'll do my best to try not to have the glare, because I know how horrible that is, especially if you wear glasses like I do. It can be a bit very glary. Anyway, this was the page for October. So if you are over on Instagram, two lovely ladies, Lavella's Colouring and Colourful Diary 2018, they pick a page each month for us to colour, and then you just tag the hashtag Colourful Balls Lavella 2025, and tag them, and yeah, they'll come along and write a nice little message, which is what I like about them. They acknowledge the hashtag and things, which is really nice. It's always nice when hosts come over and say, oh, thank you for joining and things. I know not everyone can have time to do that, but I always appreciate those that do. So yeah, that was for their hashtag. Also did Erica from Elm Colours. She had 4 colour palettes, I believe it was, for a different colour palette for Halloween colours, just to get you out of the normal orange pumpkins. And yeah, it's been so fun to do those colour palettes. Enjoyed doing the ones that she did earlier in the year as well. It's always fun to have something different. It really throws you out your comfort zone, which is great sometimes. It stops it from being so samey and boring and seeing the same colours and the same pages, if that makes sense. So every time you open your book and you've got a pumpkin and it's bright orange, and then you've got another book and it's bright orange. So yeah, it's nice to have something different. And this was also for Jo over at Geordie Colours for her fairy tale tag, which was Colour the Fairy Tales October 2025, and her fairy tale this on October was Cinderella, and one of the tags was pumpkin. So that was also for that one. And I used, what did I use? My Albert Durers, as I like to use in this book. The paper is absolutely beautiful for Albert Durers and water mediums. And then shaded over the top with polychromos. And then for the purple I used my Black Widows, because the only one that I could sort of find the grey lavendery sort of colour that was in the colour palette. However, when I started shading, it got warmer and warmer and warmer because I was using warmer purples. However, the base layer was done with the grey lavender, so the colour's still there. The intention was there with the colours, but yeah, it was very fun to do. Those bunnies are so cute. But yeah, I did enjoy doing that one. Nice and simple. And I do believe that the next one for November is this page. I know people like to know what the next one is. I'm pretty sure it is this one. So that's going to be a fun one to do. I think that's in the spring section, isn't it? Yep, in the spring section. So I'm hoping to do at least another one in the autumn section then, for this month. Don't know what page I'm going to pick yet. But hopefully get an autumn page and that page done for November. So that's Bulle de Poire by Diane Dufour. Then we've got untouched books. So we have A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayo. And I did this one. Again, this was for Erica's colour palette. And this was the Pinkalicious palette. Again, for Jo's fairy tales because of the pumpkins. This was also done for Jess colouring Bumblebee's scavenger hunt. And yeah, I love these books. They are so fun. And I used my Prismacolors on this one, just Prismacolors and some Posca. And yeah, just so much fun. I love these books. You can just do any old colour. It doesn't matter what it is and it just looks magical. So it doesn't matter if you do a pink cat, a blue cat, any colour. It really doesn't matter. No sparkly stuff on there today, but yeah, so cute. So that was A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayo. So all these pages as well, where they were for other hashtags as well. I can't mention everybody's hashtags because there is so many to list, and I can't remember everybody off the top of my head. So what I'll do is in the description box I will pop down all of the ones that I joined in on and tag who I can down there as well. Next up we have Creepy Kawaii Halloween. I am holding it this way because this is very glary, as you can see, so I do apologise. This is a book that's printed by Cider Mill Press book publishers, and the artist is Ella Yazabek. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, so I do apologise if I'm completely butchering that. But look how cute these are. Look, they are so cute. She also did the Colour Me Christmas Kids. She also has a Colour Me Easter coming out for Easter. And she also did, I'm pretty sure she did the Capybara one as well, did she not? Hold on. This one. I believe this is her as well. Yep, so this is also by her as well. I artwork is super cute. This is Shane's copy. We both have a copy of this. But look how cute they are. Just adorable. He loves capybaras, so I bought him this, and then I got FOMO and I wanted it, so I also have a copy. So we colour this together. But yeah, look how yellow that is. This is from one of the pages he did earlier. I think it was earlier this year. This is why it's got loads of sheets of this in it. But yeah, look. This is what happens when you have cheap alcohol markers. Sorry, it's trying to focus on the background. But yeah, I then put this in here so it stops the yellow. But yeah, it has ruined the other pages, sadly. He can go over them. It's not an issue. Sorry, I apologise for the fact that just went all weird. But yeah, anyway. So, same artist. So, just pop that back. So, anyway, back to this one. And I did... Let's take this off. I did this one. And again, this was colour palette from Erica. And this one was the... Hold on, I have got my notes here somewhere. The Happy Pumpkins palette. Which was a lot of like coral pinks and yellows and the blue. And I thought this was really fun. I love my little blue bat kitty. The red sky, well, the coral sky, pink grass. I mean, who's to say you can't have pink grass? So yeah, I did find this really fun to do. Again, this was with my alcohol markers. So I've got the Deco Time ones. They are just really cheap ones that you can get over here in the UK. They're, like I say, they're pretty cheap. And they're not great. They, like you just saw on that one, over time they will yellow. Hence why I've got a sheet of parchment paper. So these are actually for these were specific ones for cooking. So they have got a greased side on one of them, so if colour does go through, it lays on it, if that makes sense. So it doesn't go through. So obviously that's the shiny side, that's the non-shiny side. So I put the non-shiny side down on there, and then you've got the shiny side this side, so it doesn't bleed through. That's just how I use them. But yeah, after seeing what the alcohol markers have done to other books that we've used them in over time, and it's not even that long either, it's only like 3 or 4 weeks that it does it. So yeah, now I'll make sure that I stick a sheet of parchment paper, like I say, one on the front, one on the back, just to stop that bleeding through. It is a shame. I don't know if the Ohuhu markers do that. Like I say, I don't have them. They're pretty expensive. I would like them. They are on my wish list. However, like I say, I haven't got them because I'm one of those that want to get the full set, not just part set, because I like having a full range of colours. I know you don't need them all. People say you only need, like, was it the 103 set, is it? People say you've got literally every colour that you need in that one. But I can't help it. I am a little bit crazy and have to have a full set of something. But yeah, and I can build the sets up, and that there's charts online that says if you get this one, then you can get this one. Which I will do eventually. But like I said, I've got the Deco Times at the minute. My way of being able to still use them, like I say, is just by putting the sheets between the pages. So yeah, anyway, again, I've waffled on about that for far too long. So Deco Time alcohol markers for a base, then just a little bit of shading with polychromos over the top, which I really struggled to do. Again, cutting down the fact that these are cheap alcohol markers, can't seem to put pencil on the top. You'll see another page that I've done in a minute, where I've tried to put pencil over the top, and it hasn't really worked. You can just sort of see there's some pencil here in, like, for some clouds, and there's a little bit of shading here and here, but it's not a lot. Like I say, pencil just didn't want to go over it. It's like it's got a barrier. As soon as you put it down, it feels like you're I don't know, I can't really explain it, but yeah, I just really struggle. I don't know if it's paper quality, to be fair, but the fact that that's on this paper, and then you'll see in a minute the other paper quality, yeah, I don't know what it is. If anyone uses Ohuhus, let me know if you struggle with pencils on top. I might try Prismacolors on top maybe next time. They might be better. Maybe a wax based one's better than an oil based, but we shall see. So that was that one. And I do apologise, I did talk quite a lot on that one page. Next up we have 1 second, I also used, just quickly looked at my notes, I also used the Guangna acrylic markers on there, and again they sort of disappeared. So yeah, but I don't know if it, like I say, it's the alcohol markers, and also the bat was a tag from Jamie over at Finding Joy in Colour for her Wild Year of Colour bats. I forgot to mention that one as well. I do apologise, like I say, if I forget to mention some of the hashtags that I've done this month, I'll pop them in the description box below, because I don't remember all of them. So next up we have Matchstick Mouse by Morgan O'Brien. This is the Halloween one, and I did this one, and again another bat, mouse bat. And I just used my Prismacolors on this one. There's no alcohol marker base, because like I said, I struggled with that one and I was like, I'm not doing any more. And then I did do another one and I struggled with that one as well. So I didn't help myself at all this month. But yeah, just Prismacolors on here. I do find that works okay on this Amazon paper. However, I do really wish that artists would print their publish their books with better paper quality. I'd happily purchase them and pay that little extra for that better quality, but I get it, it's keeping it affordable for everybody, and I know a lot of people like to use just alcohol markers in here. However, there are colorists, well, I suppose we are artists, aren't we, but colorists that do just prefer to use pencil, and it would be nice to even use watercolours on here, and I think that would look really nice, some of Morgan's artwork. Maybe not this book, because there's a lot of like this black background, but I think his artwork would look really cute in a really nice watercolour effect. I know I can just print it off on my own paper and get the PDFs and that, but for me that works out a lot more expensive because my printer drinks ink. So it works out a lot more expensive for me to do that, plus obviously getting decent paper and things, it mounts up price wise. So I just suck it up and I managed to do what I do. But this one, it isn't the best quality because it has got the printed background. You can't see so much on this one because I have actually used some black on the background to cover it a little bit, but let me see if I can find one so I can show you what I mean. Maybe this one. As you can see here, you've got a big white streaky line and it's very streaky, just the way that obviously it's been printed. So it just kind of ruins the quality of it a little bit. I know I could just go in there with some paint marker and just colour it in, but that's effort. But yeah, it don't look too bad, it's fine. It's enjoyable colouring it anyway. It's just frustrating when you got some really cute pages and yeah, it's ruined with rubbish paper. But we make do with what we got. And yeah, still fun. Like I say, Prismacolors, they work quite well on here. You can really smoosh the colours together, so that's fine. And then a little bit of a Posca pen for some highlights. And the only thing I do find is, I don't know if you can sort of see, is this like really weird, like waxy sort of stuff. Yeah, that's the only thing that I find with colouring Prismacolors on this paper. It just leaves this on it. I don't know if there's any way of sort of getting rid of it. And this looks like I've scratched it, although I haven't. It's just the way that it's gone on there. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to keep on moaning about that. So that is Magic Mouse Halloween. Okay, then we have Mythical Beasts, Mythographic by Veronica Kalinska. I think her name's Veronica. I don't think they pronounce the W, do they? They pronounce it as a V. And I did this page, and I thought I would go with Fell Fire instead of Normal Fire. And yeah, that is a lot of green on this page. Yeah, I went a bit crazy. So this was the one again that I did with an alcohol base, and then went over the top again with polychromos. So I think maybe next time I should try with a different pencil, like I say, maybe a more waxy one. So polychromos, not polychromos, sorry, that is what I used. Prismacolors maybe better. Yeah, I like what I've done. The idea's there. However, the execution not so great, because like I said, I struggled to put the pencil over the top. So like I would have liked more of a glow from the fire, because at the minute it just looks like he's got green eyes, but it's not. It's sort of like flames here, and then it would have been nice to have added more shading. I mean, I know I could have probably done that with alcohol markers, but then that's more work trying to go over with pencil to get the blend. But yeah, there is a little bit of glow. I don't know if you can sort of see. But yeah, where the fire is, I wanted to do more glow in the areas and stuff, and yeah, it just didn't quite work. And I've just realised I've missed a bit of outline on this flame here, so I need to sort that out. I'll pop that to the side in a minute. And then these sort of tiles I tried to do as marble, and I practiced quite a few times on a separate piece of paper drawing marble, and it came out great. Even using the polychromos, but it was polychromos just straight onto some paper, so I was able to get like that smudged effect, like what marble looks like. But then as soon as I put it on here, I couldn't smudge the colour. So at the minute it just looks like green cracks. So yeah, so it'd be nice to actually do that effect on another page where I haven't got an alcohol base. So yeah, I like it, I enjoyed it, it was fun to colour regardless, but yeah, just really struggled, like I say, with putting polychromos over the top. So yeah, I think definitely I will put down notes in my book, if I use alcohol markers again, to use something more waxy, I think, and see how that goes. So yeah, so it was just the alcohol markers, polychromos, some Languel gel pens, and then I always have this washi tape in the background. If you've followed me for a while, you'll see that I started using this glitter tape in my books, and I've sort of carried the trend along. I carried it through all my books now. I think I might need to invest in some more, because when it runs out, and it probably disappear off the shelves and can no longer buy it. So yeah, I think I'll buy some more just so that I've got some. So yeah, that was Mythical Beasts. This book is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I don't see very many people colouring in this one. There is some very strange pictures in here, but there are some really, really gorgeous ones as well. I mean, I like all of them, but I know some people are like weirded out by some of the strange stuff, like the 3-headed bird with the 4 feet and stuff like that. But yeah, there's some really stunning pages in here. I love this one. This one's gorgeous. So yeah, beautiful book. Next up, oh, and also that is also coloured for Erica's colour mythographic tag that she's got running all year as well. Erica from Elm Colours. Next we have Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson, and we have this one, and I was so out of my comfort zone doing this one, so I've altered her face a little, and I've added like a lava effect, like from a volcano. Yeah, not as good as it could have been. I probably should have done different sizes for these sort of like the patchy bits, the black patches. I can't think what it's called. Oh gosh, yep, my mind's gone completely blank. So yeah, I could have probably varied that a little bit and done some smaller ones and changed the sizes a little bit. But yeah, I think you can sort of tell that it's supposed to be lava. And then done a fire moth to bring the colours up there as well. This bit down here, I've done it as if it's like fire. So yeah, and then given her ashy hair. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing this one. I love the colour palette. That red combo is gorgeous. I've recorded that down just to remember it because I think that's come out really nice. So this was Prismacolors, sorry, and just some Pentel metallic pen on the silver areas. And then in the background is just a very, very light soft pastel, and then I've just used my eraser to do some of the little circles on there just to add a little bit of interest, really. But yeah, I did really enjoy doing this one. It was a lot of fun. I was a little nervous at doing it. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna ruin it. But no, I'm happy with what I've done. So I can see where I can change some of the things that I've done to make it better. But yeah, for a first attempt, I don't think I did too badly, to be fair. Like I said, I'm not an artist or anything of the imagination. But that is what I do have, is an imagination. And when I want to try and do something, I can't always get across what I want to do. And then I sit there and hope that someone else understands what I'm doing. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun with this one, so I'm looking forward to doing some more altered pages, and I'm glad to have got a page in this book done finally. This is one of my favourite from the Tales series, and if you haven't noticed, I don't know if anyone else has noticed, there is a new one coming up next year. She hasn't mentioned it yet, but I did spot it on, I can't remember what website it was now, but there is a new one coming up. So I am really looking forward to that. But anyway, that is Tales from the Forest Kingdom by Hannah Carlson. Next up, we have Beauties and Beasties by Camilla de Erico. And I did this one. And I used watercolours. What watercolours did I use? I used Artistro watercolours. So they're just some cheap brand watercolours that I found on Amazon. I just wanted to get some watercolours to play around with because I don't really have any. They're not the best quality, but they did alright. They did good. There's a wide variety of colours. The metallics aren't quite great, but the rest of them are really good. So that's what matters the most, really. I don't really use the metallics that much. If I'm going to go metallic, I'll use a gel pen. But yeah, they went on quite well on here. Like I say, I don't know what I'm doing with them. I am still playing and practicing. So, like I say, this is not great from mainly this bit here. It's just a case of splop down some colour and be done with it, really. But yeah, this was inspired by an old My Little Pony that I had when I was a kid. I no longer have my ponies anymore. I got rid of them obviously when I turned into a teenager, and I was like, I'm not having anything childish like that. And the collector in me now kind of regrets that, because I would have loved to have still had them, because I'm a big collector now of all things like that. But yeah, I don't have them no more, which is sad. But this was inspired by one of my very favourite ones that I had. She had this gorgeous green and brown mane. I can't even remember her name anymore either. Yeah, the names escaped me. I can see it in my head, but I just, yeah, the name's at the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming. Yeah, maybe when I come to edit, and if I remember what it is by then, I'll pop it up on the screen who I mean. But yeah, I used to love My Little Pony. But yeah, I basically did a layer of undercolour of watercolour paints, and then over the top I did my polychromos for shading, which they are great for doing hair because you can get a nice fine point. And some Posca. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. Like I said, this paper is brilliant for watercolour. This was actually quite wet, and it's not really warped it too badly. It has a little bit up here, but that's mainly because I don't really pin my pages down. People have suggested if I pin my page down when using water mediums, it doesn't buckle as much. So maybe I should start doing that and get like a clipboard and pin it down to keep its shape. Maybe that'll help. But we shall see. I'll probably forget that idea completely because that's how my brain functions. And yeah, and then this little bit here is just basically using the same colours as what I'd used as a base. Just to play around really. I've got some new brushes as well, so I just wanted to mess around with them. So yeah, so that was that one. And it was Beauties and Beasties by Camilla D'Erico. Then we have Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. And we have this one. And the candy page. I absolutely loved doing this one. So I've seen a lot of people do this in either pastel colours or Christmas colours. And I thought I'm going to do Halloween to be different. And yeah, that's basically what I did. So this was with my Prismacolors. There is some Langueur gel pens on there, which I've basically used for like the sprinkles. And what else have we used? Some Guangna acrylic markers. Oh yeah, that was just for the background. That's what the black is. Those markers are brilliant for doing the backgrounds. It does look streaky, a little bit like messy on camera, but it is actually quite smooth. It's just the way that it looks on camera because the light's on, so it looks like it's not. But I assure you, using those paint markers, they're actually really good. It does leave fingerprints, as you can see. I just had my thumb there and it's left some thumbprints there, but that's easy to just rub off and it comes off. And well, it has actually, because I've rubbed too hard, but the colour doesn't come off too much. But yeah, so using those markers are quite good for doing like the background, solid backgrounds. So yeah, so Prismacolors, so Langueur gel pens, acrylic markers, and then I used Doodler's gel pens. It's just for the silver areas. So the Doodlers are just some cheap glitter gel pens, sorry, that I just got in a local supermarket here, Tesco's. They're pretty cheap. You can't really see the sparkle because it's too glary more than getting the sparkle. But there is some shiny stuff on there. But yeah, I did enjoy doing that one. It is very bright, but I love it. Very Halloween town, isn't it? So yeah, that was that one. Then, last but not least, I did a page in Magical Creatures, and this book is by Fabiana Attanasio. Fabiana Attanasio. If it will focus, it doesn't want to focus for some reason. Nope, it doesn't want to focus. There you go, and that's the ISBN as well. I found this in our local works over here, like I say, in the UK. I don't think you can get it anymore. I got this last year. There is another one in this series. So you got this one, and then I don't know where the other one is. I think it's in my pile for next month to maybe do. But there is another one that she did as well. Again, it was published and it was sold in the works. Don't know if you can get it anywhere else other than here in the UK. They are very, very hard to find. You can maybe find them on Vinted. You might be able to find them on eBay. Other than that, I don't think you can get them anywhere else at the moment. Maybe they'll republish them maybe somewhere else. But for now, yeah, it is a struggle to find them. But the artwork they are beautiful pictures. As you can see, some double page spreads. You've got some single pages. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And those that like Fabiana's work, you can easily recognise that it's her artwork. But anyway, I did the Grim Reaper page. I had so much fun with this. So I based everything with my Neocolor 2s. And the paper held up really well, which was quite surprising. There's no bleed through or anything, although I do think... Did I not? Oh no, maybe it was when it was wet. When it was wet, it did look like it bled through a little bit. But now it's dried, there's nothing. So no, I don't think it did in the end. But yeah, it's held up really well. As you can see, it's not really warped. It did crinkle it a little bit, but I just went and got the iron and just ironed it flat again. And yeah, it held up really, really well with the amount of water that I put on there. It was quite a lot. There was like, I think 3 layers of Neocolours that I put on there. And then I went over the top with Polychromos. There's also Prismacolor and also Guangna acrylic markers and some Posca. So my idea behind it was just to do sort of, I don't know really, it was sort of like a lightning sort of type thing. I don't know what was going through my head. I've been playing a lot of Diablo lately with Shane, and yeah, weird things go through my head when I play games like that. When you see certain things when you're playing a game, oh, that'd be a cool idea for a colouring page. So yeah, you can literally get inspiration from all sorts of places, like I say, from computer games. So yeah, that's basically where I got the inspiration from doing this from. I do really apologise, it's really, really bright. Let me see if I turn this one off, or turn it down, turn it off. Is that any better? I can't really tell. But yeah, I did really enjoy doing this one. It was a lot of fun. I didn't really know what to do with the background, so I just basically just did it all black, made it quite patchy, deliberately, my ad, because it is very patchy, but that was done deliberately. And then I just added a load of Posca dots on there, just so it wasn't such a plain background. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun with this one. Like I say, very, very random like idea that I had, but yeah, I'm proud of this one. It took a while, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. I did really enjoy doing this one, and like I say, the paper held up really well. And I'm looking forward to doing some more in here, to be honest. There was a page in here that I wouldn't mind doing for Christmas. I think it's this one, or it might be the other one. But there is, yeah, just some really gorgeous pages in here. It's not for everyone. But yeah, look at that, so cute. Yeah, look at that, that is just beautiful. I love that. That would look so nice in some autumnal colours, which is one of the ones that I was thinking of doing. And like this one, it's very spring-like though, it's not really autumny. Although it could be because you've got mushrooms. But yeah, just beautiful. I mean, look at this. So yeah, it's a really, really good book. If you can get it, it is great. But yeah, like I said, I don't think you can get them anymore. At least they are very hard to find. Like I say, I got them in the works. So yeah, so that was all of my pages for October. Favourite page? I think I'm going to have to say I'm going to do 2 of them, I think. So first one is going to be in here, and it's the Lava Lady. And then I think the other one is going to have to be, where is it? This one. This one. So those 2 I think are my favourites for October. So let me know which one is your favourite in the comments below. I do appreciate everybody that takes the time to like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, until next time, take care and I will see you in the next video. Bye.